all the way to the end of the week. And great job for showing up, great job for sticking with it. And even if you just started with turning on the camera, your device on and watching, that's already a big step, because sometimes it's just getting there. And maybe the next time you'll do it with us. So this is our beginner morning routine, and it's designed for anybody and everybody, and it doesn't matter if you've never done anything before or what level you're at. This is just to get your body moving, starting to connect your brain to your body, and doing some basic things that will warm us up from head to toe, get our fascias really kind of ready for the day before we go into anything deeper. And this is your first step on the journey to be fit and flexible and to have that connection, because without that it's difficult to dive into programs that are really kind of designed for people who've been doing it a while. So that can be very frustrating when somebody says it's a beginner thing. I know how I felt when I hadn't done anything for a long time and I turned on something that was a beginner, and oh boy, yeah, I just couldn't do it. I thought, wow, I have to start slowly. And if you start with these few minutes a day, that will put you on the path. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. After this, we're going to jump on again and do our more intermediate get ready for the day routine, and after that we'll do our little choreography workshop. So let's just place our legs at I would call it a sturdy distance. Sturdy is the name of the game here. Pretend they're tree trunks, pretend those trunks have roots and they're growing into the floor, deep into the floor, so you are anchored in place. And you have a sturdy trunk at your hips too, and when we start to move, we're just going to start with our upper body, and we're going to try and keep this planted in place. But for now, just try and relax everything, and we're going to breathe in through our noses and out through our mouths, and breathe in the new and let out the old. And breathe in and let out the old air, the old ideas, the old disappointments, and we're taking in the new stuff. And blowing out the old. And this time as you inhale, bring your arms up and put them down. And they're going to go up and down with us as we breathe in and out. Try and make these movements fluid. This is as high as you can go, and it's really about you, so you can go anywhere. If your arms only go up a little bit, you do that a little bit, and little by little, it's going to be more. Try and keep it fluid, because this is about our fascia, which is the organ right in our skin. That is super important. We haven't known a lot about it in the past, but we do now. And bring just your right arm up, and bring your left arm up. And this is progressive, so we are slowly but surely starting to do more and more each time we see each other. So you can always go back and do the earlier ones. And I'm going to change positions sometimes, but you can stay in place. This is just to show you going in front, one arm and then the other. Since it's Friday, it's the end of the week, see if you can get a little bit higher this time from our movement. And this time, clasp your hands in front of you and pull that up and down, however much it goes. Even if it just goes like this, a little bit, that is fine. This is about your body, and slowly but surely working up to be the best you can be. All right, lifting your arms up. If you can grab hold of them, grab hold of them. And take a deep breath in, and a fascia moving. And go back and forth. And we bring those arms down. And this time we're just gonna lean forward a little, think about curling down, and we're gonna go about halfway. So once you hit your stomach, I want you to stand back up, pull your shoulders back. And drop your chin down, bend over a little. And when you roll back up, pull your shoulders back. So even though you may not feel it so much now, this is starting your core to work. And the more you do a movement, the more your brain connects to it. So as we start progressing, both your mind and your body are going to be ready for it. And shoulders way up in a shrug. Then put them down again. Way down in a shrug. And pull them down again. And shrug. And down. And drop them forward. Then I want you to pull them back. And drop them forward. And pull them back as much as you can. This time dropping them forward. Give them a roll. Try and think about your chest coming up. We want to work on our posture whenever we think about it. So whenever you think about it today, just pull your shoulder blades back. Pull back your shoulders and give yourself a nice, proud posture. And as you stop thinking about it, of course your shoulders are going to go forward a little, but then you think, oh, I'm going to pull them back again, and little by little, your body's going to adjust to that. All right, dropping your chin forward. This time, just clasp your hands behind your head. And give yourself just a gentle tug. If you have any neck issues at all, please skip this part and be very gentle. This is not a big stretch. You're just trying to feel the back of your neck, what's back there. And drop your chin. Give that a little stretch. And come back up. And another stretch. And come back up. This time, dropping your chin to your chest. And you're going to roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. Again, this is all very gentle. It's really happening at the top of the neck. And back to the center, rolling your chin towards your chest. And this time you're going to roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. And rolling back to neutral. And rolling your right ear to your right shoulder. And to the middle. And your left ear, left shoulder. And let's do that one last time. Trying to get a smoother movement going. And come back to neutral. And up. And looking right. And looking left. And looking right. And looking left. And coming back to neutral. Okay, so we're going to fold up our arms from the elbow. This is just our forearms. Our elbows are staying in place. You're going up and down, however much they go. Again, this does not have to be crazy. You can touch your shoulders to that. You're just bending and straightening. Getting your body moving. Preparing it for everything it's going to do today. Let it work for you instead of against you. Let's do that same thing, bring your mat a little. This time we're just giving ourselves a hug, a mini hug, in and out. And bringing them up, we're going to do a little chicken fight. It's just your elbows going up and down. Just think about lifting your elbows, that is the part that's driving the movement. This is something we're going to talk about a lot, knowing which part of your body is kind of leading the movement. Because depending on which part you use, that will work a different muscle group. So, all right, just a couple of big flaps, your arms moving. And rolling your wrists inwards. These are slow, smooth movements, and rolling them outwards. If your wrists don't roll very well, then you're just going from side to side as much as you can, trying to keep the movement smooth. This is about your fascia, which loves smooth, continuous movements. And we're going to bring our fingers together and then fan them out. Together, fan them out, like a tree frog jumping. Together and out, and together and out, and together and out, and together and out. All right, we're gonna start moving down the body. So again, remember that your legs are tree trunks that are rooted to the ground. And take a nice, sturdy, wide stance that supports you. And then we're just gonna swing from side to side like a bell. So you're gonna have your knees a little bit bent because that will give you a bigger range of movement. And think about just pulling your hips to the side. And then going back to the middle. And as you go back to the middle, bend your knees a little more. Then you can straighten up a little bit as you go to the side to push your hips to the side. And those of you who dance or want to dance, this later will become your hip movement. So, swing them from side to side. And it's not even so much your hips as your whole body is kind of going like a bell, like the clapper of a bell. Boom, boom, just hitting the side of the bell. Let's go to the side. Somebody is slowly pulling on a bell and swing from side to side. And this is working your knees a little bit too. And while we're here, every so often stand up a little, relax your legs, and then you can go back down. We're going to do our weight shift. So this is something we concentrate a lot on, where your weight is being carried over which leg. So thinking of yourself as a square, your shoulders and your hips. We're going to slide that square across a flat surface and shift our weight onto one foot. And then sliding back across, we're going to shift it onto the other foot. And we're going to go from one to the other if you can. Stay down, don't come up in the middle. If you need to come up, that's okay too. Just move from foot to foot. But we're going to try and not come up all the way. Just moving our weight from one foot to the other so that most of it is supported by just one leg. Back and forth. And we're going to be adding to this next week. So we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 in the morning. And this is the beginner routine. Okay, coming up, and then we're just give yourself a little moment to relax, and then we're just going to be bending and straightening our knees. Not much, but this is getting our knees ready for the day. We don't think about a lot of what our body does. Trying to isolate parts of it and get them warmed up, getting them a little more strength. And straightening, and up again. And this time we're gonna bend one knee and straighten it up, and the other knee and straighten it up. This does not have to be a lot. Think about your knees working. Think about them pushing upwards. Think about pressing into the ground. And by pressing into the ground, that is going to bring you up and guide your movement. So press pressing into the ground and pressing into the ground and away from the ground to get into the other side. And dropping your chin down and rounding over. This time, support yourself a little. We're going to do a deeper knee bend. And we're going to come back up. And we're going to go down. And come back up. And down. And come back up. So this is something that we're going to build up to because we want to be able to get in and out of chairs and pick things up off the ground, all these movements that require your muscles to work and a range of movement. So we want to make that easier. We want to be able to do it. So this is our first step along that way. And then put one foot a little bit in front of the other. And we're going to do the same thing. Let's bend forward. A little more of a knee bend than we had in the first exercise. Again, later on, this will give us our balance. And you see my feet are pretty wide apart doing this. Going up and down. Eventually we'll be able to reach down and grab something off the floor if need be. And let's switch the feet. And these are all fluid and continuous movements. And we're slowly moving down to our feet. And coming up on last one. And this time I want you to grab onto something for support. And you're going to have one foot a little bit in front of the other. And I want you to lean into the front foot and see if you can get a stretch in the back of your leg. And then I want you to bend that leg. And you want to hold on to something for support. You can put your legs together for this too. Bend down, but I want you to feel your Achilles stretching. And then we're going to switch the sides. One leg a little bit in front of the other. And shift your weight onto that front foot so you can feel a little stretch in the back. And come back up. And this time, feet closer together. And again, I'm going down on one foot because I want to feel my Achilles. So it's important to concentrate on which part of the body you're working, making that connection. Here, it's your lower Achilles. And then putting one leg on your heel, we're going to wiggle it back and forth. Try and move the ankle, getting the ankle ready for its day. And then we're going to wiggle the other ankle. Now putting both feet onto the floor. Think of them as having a triangle inside. The triangle is the back of your heel. And the front of it, the two other sides, are right about here. So you want to think about that triangle being glued to the floor. And that'll also give you support and sturdiness. All right, now I want you to think about your toes, where your toes are. I want you to think about spreading those toes wide. Even if they don't move, I want you to visualize that and what it would feel like. So spread like a fan and then let them go. And let them go. Get some circulation in those toes. They do a lot for us, even if it doesn't seem like it. They give us balance. And this is going to be another weight shift, for those of you who already know. So you can have your knees a little bent for balance. I just want you to have that sturdy posture again. And just a very small movement. You're gonna just put your weight a little bit forward so it feels like the balls of your feet are supporting more of you than the heel. And back again to neutral. And push yourself a little bit forward. So you feel that it's going over the ball of your foot. And coming back again. And let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Coming back. Now let's raise our arms up again. This big stretch to the sky. And then bring them up halfway. And giving yourself a great big Friday hug. You can make it the best hug that you can. You deserve it. You got here. You did it. And it's Friday. It's almost the weekend. So my flare flies, I hope you'll join me next week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. If you want a more advanced morning routine, then we're going to hop right back on and do that. And we have a little choreography workshop for those of you who want to experiment a little bit with dance. So my flare flies, thank you for being here, for doing this together. It makes our journey so much easier when we're not alone. I love all of you, and I will see you next week. Take care, flare flies.